Good morning. Today is December 17th. It is our last Phys Ed class before Christmas break, and it's our last Phys Ed class of the year. Christmas break begins on the 21st, that Saturday, so we get off the week of the 23rd all the way to January 3rd, and we come back to school January 6th. So you'll have your next Phys Ed class January 7th. For learning strategies yesterday, if you missed class, please make sure to watch the video on your email. So it's important to check your email today or tomorrow. And you should be checking your email daily. If you haven't done so already, you should also fill in your goals and gains. And yesterday we talked about updating your planning calendar to the end of semester 1. Hi Corey, how are you? Sign into the main page, please. Okay, so how is everybody this morning? No responses? None at all. No responses. Okay, probably tired. I'm going to move on. And hi Haley, welcome. So I'll just get you to sign in. Click into the main page before I move on to the next page. Arkham, Haley, and last person, Corey. If I can get you to sign in, that would be fantastic. Awesome. So moving on to the next slide. If you have a cell phone, many of you don't, but if you do, this is a fantastic way to get your reminders, especially if you don't like checking your emails daily. If you text at 8DF41 to this phone number here, at 8DF41 to this phone number here, 778-402-1783. That allows you to get reminders for Phys Ed class without us teachers knowing your phone number. So it allows you to receive reminders in a different format than your email, and then we don't have to call you and we don't have to bother you. Sometimes it seems like that's what we're doing. So that is something you could do, especially if you have a cell phone. If you don't, it's important for you to check your emails daily. Okay, moving on to look at our calendar today. For today is the 17th of December. As you can see, it is our last class this year. So we'll go over tying up some loose ends before the end of the semester. This is a full year course, so we will continue on in the second semester with Phys Ed. The 20th, there is skating available, so if you're interested in that, we'll learn about that in a little bit. These 2 weeks here, the 23rd all the way to January 3rd, that is your Christmas break or your winter break. So please don't sign into your ELives or come to school during that time. We come back to school January 6th, and we'll have our first Phys Ed class on the 7th of January for the new year. These green circles here signify the dates in which we will be going skiing to Snow Valley. So that sounds like super fun. I am an avid snowboarder. Unfortunately, I will not be able to snowboard with you, but I will watch, and you will have lots of fun. You'll need a helmet and board or skis, so you can rent them at the hill for not much actually. I don't know what the prices are, but we will know coming the new year when we come back to school. We'll know how much the cost is, and if it's too much, it's not a big deal. There are ways for us to subsidize. Coming up in February, we'll have Zumba. March will be rollerblading or inline skating, and we will also have a first aid course coming up as well as part of your phys ed class. Does anyone have any questions about our schedule for the next month until the end of semester 1? Great. Okay, so let's talk about skating. December 13th is past, so I will just cover this up here. No need for you to see that. We are able to go skating here to the Kenilworth Arena. December 20th, that's Friday of this week. From 10 o'clock to 11:15 there's a free skate, and 11:15 for half an hour there's shinny hockey for beginners, and at 11:45 there's intermediate hockey. So you have to wear a helmet, and if you would like to go, you can sign up here. So if you're interested, please sign up. And if you're not, just leave it blank, but I'll leave it there for about 30 seconds or so. For those of you who are interested in skating, I know it's short notice, so many of you may not be interested or may already be going on holidays. Green check mark for let's move on. Okay, so I've got 2, Corey, Arca, Melissa, green check marks. And Arkham, can you hear me from way over there? Are you listening? Arkham? Can you hear me from way over there? Yeah, okay. Yes, we have gym today at noon. Okay, so I'm going to move on. For the ski days, we will be going skiing on January 9th, 16th, 21st, 30th, and February 6th. For those of you who are interested and online, please sign up here so we have an idea of how many people are willing to go and how many field trip forms we need to have printed out for you. While you sign up here, I'll go over what it covers. So in phys ed, you need to do your activity hours, and the more varied your activities are, the better you do in phys ed. So it's good to have a nice, healthy mix of different activities. If all of your activities are walking, you're not going to get as high of a mark as somebody who walks, snowboards, skis, does Zumba, does the archery, went bowling, etc. You're allowed to go skiing and snowboarding. Snow Valley Ski Club is just on White Mud, actually underneath, what bridge is that called? Rainbow something bridge? The Rainbow Valley Bridge, underneath the Rainbow Valley Bridge. So it's on the south side. The proposed itinerary is that we're actually going to go at 9:30 till noon. We'll meet there, so there will be no transportation from Argyle unless we have a huge need. At 12:30, supervision ends. So us teachers are leaving, but you can stay. Okay, so if you have parent permission to stay at the ski hill, then you may, because your ticket price is good for the whole day. And transportation, we will be meeting at the hill. Cost will be announced in the new year. Okay, is no one interested in snowboarding or skiing? All right, moving on. Okay, so this is important. Talking about the planning log. Many of you I've noticed haven't completed your planning log, especially up to the end of semester, which is to the end of January. This is very blurry. It's very small because I tried to get the entire planning calendar. If you're logged into School Zone, you should be able to click on the link here that I've provided. if you log into School Zone, make sure to open your Google Drive and then click on this link. It should take you there. You'll also be able to get here through your Phys Ed class. So if you go into My Locker, go to your Phys Ed class and click on Planning. The planning log should be there along with a tutorial of what I expect you to do. So for all of the different activities that you will need to do, there's alternate environment activities, games, dance, individual activities, and gymnastics, where these hours can be distributed evenly between the other 4 activities. I just want you to plan for especially December and January. So to the end of January, which is the end of semester 1, I'd like you to make a plan of the activities that you will be doing. I've noticed also that many of you haven't done your physical activity readiness questionnaire. If you can make sure to finish that, that would be fantastic. So if you go to your Phys Ed class, under planning, you should see the Part Q, and it's just a quick quiz to let us know if you're physically fit and able to participate in physical activity. Any questions about the planning log? Okay, so I'm going to ask you to please open the planning log, either from the Phys Ed class or from this here. And when you have it open, please give me a green check mark. And I'll just give you a couple minutes here. I've started the timer to make sure that your planning calendar is open. Again, when it is finished, when you finish opening it, give me a green check mark. Okay, so I'm going through and I have been able to see that, okay, Haley, you've got it done. Kaylee, how about you? Do you have one open? And Kaylee, you said you haven't done one at all yet. So what you'll have to do is go to the planning log and follow the instructions to save it for yourself. So you'll go to File, Make a Copy, and just follow the instructions there. Is everyone able to get to their Phys Ed planning log? Corey, Haley, Alyssa, your Phys Ed planning log? Okay, so while we wait for people to open that, why don't you, Corey and Haley, work on your planning log to complete it to the end of January. And Corey, it looks like you still need to share that with me. And Haley, I will check if yours is shared with me also. PE, Haley, yours is shared with me. That's fantastic. And it looks updated. Very good. Again, while we're waiting, maybe, Haley, if you haven't done your Part Q, you can complete that. And Kaylee, how are you doing? Corey. Oh, thank you. Kaylee, smiley face if you know what we're doing and you're good. Okay. So again, I just like to emphasize that it needs to be finished to the end of semester 1. So your January planning needs to be done, and do your Part Q if you haven't done so already. It's a very short quiz just to figure out if your physical activity readiness is up to par. For your phys ed activity log, if you could make sure to open that now. So let's open our phys ed activity logs. When our activity logs are open, let's put a green check mark for opened activity logs. And I'm just going to give you a couple minutes for that as well. Haley, can you please share your activity log with me? Okay, Kaylee, if you stick around for 5-10 minutes after the class is over, I can definitely walk you through getting this done. Or you can log in tomorrow for sure, and I can walk you through individually because we do have a phys ed on-site activities class right after this class. So Kaylee, are you able to log in tomorrow, and I'll walk you through all of the phys ed stuff that you need to catch up on? Okay. I got an email, so thank you, Arkham. Okay, so Kaylee, phys ed class is over at 1. If you log in anytime before 8 p.m. today, I can walk you through it. Is that good? Awesome. All right, so for the rest of you, if you could please update your activity log. So we are going to here. Remember, you need 35 hours in total of alternate activities, 34 hours in total of individual activities, 25 hours in total of games, 15 hours in total for dance, and 11 hours in total for gymnastics. If you're not a part of the gymnastics club, remember you can distribute these 11 hours to the other 4 categories. Alternate environments count as any of these. Okay, so the skiing and snowboarding and the skating that we have on Friday, skiing and snowboarding we have in January, that's something that you can add to your alternate activities. It's a very high activity, so you would count that as a type 3 activity. For individual activities, that's anything you do alone, biking, weight training, inline skating, which we will be doing in March, aerobics or Zumba, that's something. Zumba, remember, you can add that to either individual activities, I believe, or dance. So whichever category you're sort of missing hours in, I would put that under there, but not both. For games, that's anything that has to do with team or goal-oriented games. Archery was a game that we did at school, so we had experts come in and teach us how to shoot a bow and arrow, and that was lots of fun. We play games in the gym from 12 to 1 on Tuesdays, so if you're interested in coming on Tuesdays from 12 to 1, that's something that we do. And dance. So again, the Zumba, I think, would count as dance or individual activities. You can choose which one, but not put it in both. There's aerobic dance, jives, foxtrots. These are all partner dance. There's also line dancing, etc. Zumba would be the highest level. It would be level 3. it's very, very high energy. And gymnastics. Again, if you're not part of a club, you can distribute these hours elsewhere. If you have a trampoline, you can add your trampoline hours to gymnastics though. Okay, so this is from last week. For a new one, if you put your initials just here, 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 and we will ignore September, October, November, December, or November, and we're just going to do our December hours. So if you can shove your December hours just in there, that would be awesome. And let's see if it gets better next, or on January 7th when we come back. So I will give you a couple minutes to fill in this chart here. And basically when that's done, Phys Ed class is done, and I will see you in the new year. Happy New Year.